Hello, my dear Nigerian oil palm farmer in the house. Welcome back to your favorite agricultural and agribusiness YouTube channel, your number one oil palm YouTube channel in the country. So, today's episode, I want us to have is going to be expository and it's going to be mind rubbing. It's a very, very controversial topic. It's a global concern. So, and it has been going on for decades. So, there is a kind of a media war against the oil palm, particularly from the Western countries. So they've labeled oil palm with all sorts of names. They've called oil palm that okay, oil palm is causing deforestation and is responsible for the disappearance of large area of forest and so many other things like that. And all these things doesn't just start today. It's it's a calculated effort of global trade. Many people doesn't know. If you read things online, don't take it for the face value. Every country wants to promote what they have, and at the expense something they cannot have, and is a direct competitive to what they have in their home country. They find a way to blackmail such product to promote their own. So, in essence, what I'm saying is that the blackmail and the calumny, or let me say, the false campaign against the oil palm doesn't start today. It has started since 1950s. Uh, Publication have been circulating since 60s that oil palm consumption of palm oil is not good for health. So scientists later on discovered that it's even better than most of the vegetable oils we have around. It have more carotene, vitamin A in it, and so many other nutrients. So that one went, and in the early around I think 2010, 2010, there's another campaign that started that okay, oil palm is depriving orangutans their habitat and is causing deforestation. And if you look at it as a face value, you would think those people that are promoting this kind of thing are ordinarily doing it for the sake of uh, the forest or for the sake of the environment. If you don't take a deeper look at it, generally, uh, agriculture generally is part of the things that cause deforestation and uh, global warming. So singling out a particular crop that is causing and saying this is the crop that is causing deforestation is not something that is tenable, that is even logical in the first place. Now, the point I want to drive at is that if you look at these countries that all these things are coming from, you will understand the trade trick behind it. These are countries that are big in the production of soya bean. Now, if you look at it, soya bean and oil palm, they are both oil crop. Though oil palm is a more of an industrial crop, but basically, oil palm is an oil crop. Now, these kind of countries that are promoting all this type of blackmailing the oil palm, which is the US and some European countries, they've even banned the inclusion of palm oil products in their cosmetic, in their food item. They are seriously looking for alternative. If you look at these countries, they are the largest producer of soya bean in the whole world. And here is oil palm. Oil palm is more sustainable, more productive, more useful than the soya bean. Soya bean have, I think, around 3 to 4 products. You cannot compare that with oil palm that have about 20 derivable products. Now, looking at it on the face value, they will tell you that oil palm is promoting deforestation because they are clearing a large area of land to produce oil palm. Now, but looking at it, if you want actually to prevent the environment and you want to stop deforestation, you will look for a crop that is more productive per unit area. Take for example, oil palm would produce 3.5 tons of oil per hectare. And if you put it side by side to any other oil crop in the whole world, oil palm is the most productive, which makes it the most sustainable oil, the most sustainable crop in the whole world, in the whole oil crop. So now, if you are now targeting that kind of crop, you are condemning it at the expense of soybean that will not give you up to 1 ton per hectare of oil. So which makes it that for you to get the same quantity of oil that an oil palm will give you on an hectare, you need about 5 hectares of land to cultivate soybean before you can get that quantity of oil. So logically, if you look at it, which crop will promote deforestation? But many of our people, African countries, African people doesn't know all this kind of trick. Is a global, is a kind of a trade protectionist agenda. Every country want to protect what they are best at. Now, oil palm is a direct competitor and even a champion over soybean. And this country, US, they are the largest producer of soybean. They cannot produce palm oil because their weather and their climate will not allow them to compete favorably with African countries and countries in the Southeast Asia like Malaysia, Indonesia. So these are the intrigues. These are the global politics. These are trade protectionist agenda. But many people don't know. Another thing is that even apart from the fact that the whole world is hungry for oil, we need oil, and therefore we need a crop that can produce the highest number of oil per unit area, which is the oil palm. Oil palm is the crop that can produce the largest volume of oil per hectare. Like sunflower now. Sunflower will need like 7 hectares of land to produce the quantity of oil the oil palm will produce on 1 hectare. Soybean will need like 5 hectares, 4 to 5 hectares of land to produce the same quantity of oil the oil palm will produce using 1 hectare. And that is the crop you are condemning. Another thing is that even apart from the oil palm is just magical. This is a crop that is an evergreen crop. We are talking of global warming. We need to plant more trees that will help us to capture carbon from the environment. If you are doing soybean, most of the time it's not an evergreen crop. By 3 4 months, you have to harvest. You leave the field plain, nothing, no green cover, which will also promote deforestation, global warming, I mean. And these are crops that you have to cultivate again. You have to do the process on and on. You use more fertilizer, you use more pesticide, and you disturb the soil a lot. Oil palm will be there for years, for decades, 30, 40, 50 years, helping us to capture carbon from the environment. So this video is just for us to understand all this kind of global politics. There is no problem with the oil palm. And any country that is trying to blackmail the oil palm product, they are doing themselves more harm than good. They are doing themselves more harm than good because oil palm, virtually you will find it anywhere. The product of oil palm is so versatile. You find it in ice cream, you find it in chocolate bar, you find in it body cream, you find in it lipstick, you find in it detergents and soaps. So how many substitutes do you want to look at? So my people, African people, and this is just a global trade protectionist agenda. It's global politics. Every country is trying to protect what they are good at. So next time you read any blackmail about the oil palm, just give it a bluff. Just give it a bluff. It's just a protectionist agenda. This is a crop, a tree crop for that matter, that will help us to capture carbon. That will be there. You use less chemical, less fertilizer, will capture something for us, will capture carbon for us. So with this, I think my viewers have understand the point I'm trying to put across. It is just a trade protectionist agenda. Every country is trying to protect their major products. USA is trying to protect soybean. That is just it. With this, I've come to the end of today's topic, and I hope you got value one way or the other. Thank you so much for your time, and see you on the next one. Sheshe.